Hello everyone. From today, we are going to discuss about your actual topic, that is angiosperm systematics. Angiosperm systematics is also known as taxonomy, and it deals with the study of identification, nomenclature and classification of plant. That is, in taxonomy, we actually identify the organism, whether it is plant or animal. If it is plant, then we give it a particular name, that is nomenclature, and we classify it according to its morphological characters, that is its classification. This entire process or entire study is called as angiosperm systematics or taxonomy. Among identification, nomenclature and classification, today we are going to talk about botanical nomenclature. So let's see the botanical nomenclature. Generally, nomenclature is giving a particular name to a particular thing. But in case of plants, assignment of scientific name to a particular plant is called as botanical nomenclature. In present botanical world, the nomenclature involves the principle governed by the rules formulated and adopted by International Botanical Congress, which is also called as IBC. The rules developed by IBC are listed formally in codes, and they are called as International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. That is, they are commonly called as ICBN. The major goal of ICBN is to provide correct scientific name to a particular plant. Now the question arises, that is, why there is need of nomenclature. Imagine for a few moments, if there are no name for all things we see, we make or handle. In that condition, the entire business affair of the world would stop, and practically there will be no give and take of knowledge. It would also be impossible for all of us to communicate our feelings to other. Practically, the life would stop. Therefore, nomenclature of everything is needed, and for sharing the knowledge, there is need of one scientific name to everything. Particularly the botanical study, there would be a particular single scientific name to each and every plant. There are common names to number of plants, but they are useless according to scientific purposes, because this vernacular name or common names are made up of words from the native languages of country or the region. They may vary in different countries as well as in different region of the same country. These names may be of Portuguese word in Portugal, Spanish word in Spain, English word in England, USA as well as in Australia, while Hindi, Bangla, Oriya, Tamil or Marathi in India. For example, papita, kela, gajar and tomato of India are known in USA as papaya, banana, carrot and tomato, and by other name in Spain. Therefore, there is no international uniformity in common names. On the other hand, scientific names which are based namely on Latin languages have international uniformity. For example, by the name Mangifera indica, all botanists of the world would understand that it is a mango. There are five major problems about the common names. Common names are not universal and vary in different regions. For example, as I stated earlier, a particular mango has different names like mango in English, aam in Hindi, amba in Marathi, and number of such names in other languages also. But scientific names are universal and are recognized throughout the world. That is, In case of scientific name of mango, it is Mangifera indica, and it is known throughout the world by the same name, that is Mangifera indica. The common names do not provide information regarding the relationship, but the scientific name provide information indicating the generic and family relationships. For example, if we talk about rose, that is gulab, its scientific name is Rosa indica, and from its name we can find that its family name is Rosaceae and its order is Rosales. But no such information is given by a common name. One more problem about the common name is a well-known plant can have hundreds of common names. For example, brinjal. It has various common names, like some people call it as brinjal, some people call it as eggplant. In Hindi, it is called as baingan. In Marathi, it is called as vange, and maybe there are number of other names in other languages also. But in case of scientific name, a well-known plant has only one scientific name. For example, in case of brinjal, it is Solanum melongena. In case of common name, two or more plants have same common name. For example, if you know about a sour plant, there are two different species but they have a single common name, that is sour. But in case of scientific names, two or more plants always have different scientific names. That is, one sour plant is called as Bombax and another one is called as Ciba pentandra. But in case of common name, both have the same common name, that is sour. The another problem with common name is many species do not have common name. Only those species we see every day or we utilize them in daily life are have common names, but there are number of species which do not have common names. But in case of scientific name, all known plants have a particular single scientific name. In earlier days, plant names were long and descriptive. For example, Salix pumila angustifolia altera. In this case, the Salix pumila is a name of one of the spice plant, but it has very long name giving its description. For example, one word in its name shows that it has a leaves like angustin, and the another word shows its character that it has alternate leaves. That's why its name is Salix pumila angustifolia altera. But now, the scientific name of plant consists of two separate Latinized words, that is, first one is genus name and second one is species name. For example, Ocimum santum. In this case, the first word indicates the genus name and the second name indicates the species name. This type of nomenclature is called as binomial system of nomenclature, which is given by Carolus Linnaeus. According to ICBN, there are a number of rules to write generic as well as species name. In case of generic name, it should be always noun and written in a capitalized initial letter and remainder will be small. Several generic name may be in honor of a name of well-known person. For example, Candolia in honor of one of the great botanists A.P. de Candolle, Bauhinia in honor of Gaspar Bauhin, and number of others. The generic name may be descriptive with reference to some common characteristics. For example, Xanthoxylum, which means a yellow wood. In case of species name, it should be always an adjective and it should be written in small initial letter. It also may be a name in honor of person. For example, Roxburghi on the name of Roxburgh. The species name also derived from geographic locations. For example, Indica indicates it is originated from the India. Mexicana, it indicates it is originated from Mexico. Bengalensis indicates it originated in Bengal, while some species names are derived from some characters as well as old common names. For example, uniflora, which indicates it has a single flower, or in case of Carica papaya, it is originated from its old common name. So it is all about botanical nomenclature. So thank you very much.